Okay, it's setting up the live stream to YouTube, and then we'll kick this baby off.
Okay.
Then make sure this is muted so I don't hear myself 100 times. Here. Okay, perfect. That works. I wonder if
Oh, we got some viewers on Facebook.
I'm trying to see. I don't know why this is so confusing to me. Okay, it'll be fine. All right, let's kick this baby off. It is 7:30 and your girl's gotta work tomorrow. But hi, you guys. We wanted to do a summer wellness workshop series. Let me record this before I forget right now so I can post it afterward. Okay. Hi, you guys. We wanted to do a summer wellness workshop series and our favorite topic, hybrid training and recovery. When you're training hard, your body needs to be supported well, whether you're training for Hyrox like we are, a 5K, a 10K, you can do all of the work in the world, but if your body isn't recovering or being well supported, your training and your performance will suffer. When we first started to train for Hyrox, I think we realized that if we were going to level up our training, we also had to level up the way that we were supporting our bodies, from what gets us up and moving in the morning, what we use during and after our workouts, and how we prepare our bodies before bed for rest and recovery. So we're going to share some of our own personal favorite lineups and kind of walk you guys through it all. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to keep my eye on the chat too. But I'm going to hand it over to Steph so she can introduce herself if you guys don't know her already.
Wait, is that really me? That looks like the AI photo.
Really? This one? You screenshotted this
Um,
one and which one?
I think no, the middle one, I used that same photo and put it on AI to be like, do I want blonde hair? But I think that's the original.
Okay, I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, hello, all the baddies. I just first of all love this community so much. I love health and fitness. I love helping people. I've been EMT since 2016, paramedic school 2020, ER nurse for 3 years now, and then I graduate NP the end of this year. So health and wellness just means so much to me and taking care of each other and offering advice and expertise in areas because like I didn't know about a lot of this stuff and then Leslie brought it to my attention, and so now we want to share it with other people because it has helped us so much. I'm a Cali girl, born and raised, moved to Texas in 2018, I think. I did field hockey all 4 years. I was captain all 4 years. Don't know how that happened. But just a background of like gym, running. My dad has done multiple marathons, so it's like been in my blood. And then I had just had my second baby, and Leslie was like, do you want to do a Hyrox? I'm like, what is a Hydrox? What's a hydroxy cut? Like, we didn't even know how to say the word. And I was actually like pumping at the time. We were on shift. And then that's kind of where we are now. And so this is like a new level for, I think, both of us of just like how hard the training is and like doing 2 a days. And I think it's different because it's not so much about like how to be the smallest, skinniest version of ourselves, but how to be the strongest, fastest, baddest version that can get a 105 high rocks time. Because even like when we got 120 in New York, there were girls that were skinnier and looked fitter than us, but got like a slower time. And not that that matters, but I feel like a lot of people pay so much attention to like how you look when really I feel like it's so important like how you feel. If you feel strong, if you feel fast, and like looking at measurable things like my mile time has improved, or because the scale is a liar sometimes. It just hurts your feelings, especially like with the hormonal shifts of periods and ongoing. Um, but anyway, that's a lot, but I feel like that's just kind of where my heart has been through this whole journey, and just learn to like love myself through it all. And like Leslie has helped so much with my mindset. Like she's done so much mindset work like for herself to be successful in her own goals. And so I'm just so thankful for Leslie for offering all that. And obviously for our supplements because my knees have never felt better. But that's to come.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm gonna get emotional. But I think even when I first started looking at Hyrox races and things like that, I was like, this, I don't know why I have this feeling that like we should try this, but I think it was just like the next really hard thing that we had on the list to do. Like we had done a half marathon, which I never thought I was going to be able to physically do. We had done a 10K, a 5K, all of the things. And looking on social media, I feel like it was really intimidating because I'm like, all these girls are like absolutely shredded. I remember when we showed up at Hyrox Dallas,
Bro,
even, yeah, even I was like shell shocked. These women
I was
are
so embarrassed.
absolute baddie beasts. There are muscles on their muscles. And I was just like, kind of like, oh my God, what are we doing here? But it also just like lit the fire in my soul to like train harder and become the best version of myself. So I'm Leslie. Hello. I was, oh my gosh, pre-med. I got my bachelor's in biology and psychology in 2020, December of 2020. I did EMT training. I've worked on a med surge floor in the hospital. I've been a scribe for the doctors in the ER. I've been an ER tech, and then now I have been an ER nurse for the last 6 years, which is absolutely insane. But health and fitness was not always in my wheelhouse. I didn't grow up in a family where we worked out all of the time. Maybe a few evening walks here and there, but it wasn't like a tradition. We all played sports in high school. My dad was my basketball coach for most of the time that I played co-ed basketball. I have three brothers, so that like competitiveness is inside of me. I just didn't know where it went. My weight loss journey has been a really long one. I'm down 70 pounds from my highest weight when I got married in 2022. And this journey for me started off like super selfish. Like, I want to get better. I'm doing this for me. And it also started with wanting to be just smaller, focusing on smaller. When I started seeing half marathons was the first thing that popped up on my social media feed. So I started training for that, got really into running when I didn't think I couldn't even run half a mile. And then when I started seeing the Hyrox races, I was in a much better mindset of, okay, I want to not only build myself, but like build a community of people who want to become the strongest, baddest, happiest, healthiest, hottest version of themselves while doing all of the things that life requires of you. I don't have kids yet. I work 12-hour shifts in the ER and I work part-time slash full-time with Shackley running my own business. And we also have our High Rocks Baddie training club and we have merch and things like that. So really busy. Steph has two littles. She's in clinicals. So I just could not imagine a better person to do this with. And backstory, long story short, I met Stephanie through my husband. He met her at the dog park and came home one day and was like, I met this girl at the dog park. I'm like, okay, cool.
What
But
the hell?
we just like turned out. I precepted her during her nursing school, like senior year clinicals. And we've just been, once we started training for High Rocks, we were just, now we're inseparable. But we're going to walk you through some of our favorites, kind of what we use, and then we'll get into like a little bit of education about the products. If you guys want more details about that, we're going to share them. And then any questions, we have it up on the Facebook page too. So I'll be watching the chat there. But if you have any High Rocks questions, any training questions, anything as we go along, while Stephanie's chatting, I'll answer questions and we'll go back and forth from there. But I'll let Stephanie share her favorites first.
Oh. Oh my gosh. So I came to Shackley Products through Leslie, I think a little over a year now. I first started out with Trim and Smooth because that's when we were starting to do our Dallas training. And again, I was freshly postpartum, literally 210 pounds. And I just felt like so uncomfortable. I think I cried maybe either to Leslie or I just remember crying all the time because I was like, I don't feel like myself. I'm so sad. I've always loved like I played field hockey, I've ran like my family, like I'm like it was just such a low for me. And then Leslie's like, well, I started these supplements and like I'm helping sell them and so then I was like, okay, well, you know what? Screw it. If Leslie's doing it, I'm doing it because my body is your body. We say that
That is
our
what we say.
husbands are like, that's weird, but we're like, I mean, we're a team. We gotta like push equally as hard and train as hard and do the same supplements. So if I get an injury, if she gets an injury, it's a bad day. But anyway, I started Trim and Smooth and honestly, I haven't weighed myself lately, but I'm like 170s now. And I think it's really important to have like a slow, gradual weight loss sometimes, especially for me coming from a background of like bulimia and eating disorders. Um, like a slow, healthy weight loss to where it's not anything extreme was really good for me. And I feel like Trim has helped me so much. And my legs have been a huge, thing for me that I've always not liked the appearance of my legs due to like the size and the cellulite, and Trim has helped so much with that. The Life Plus, if I had to say my number one recovery supplement, it's Life Plus. Being overweight and playing field hockey and running since I was like 13 has done a number on my knees, like crunching, snap, crackle, pop. The worst thing you could imagine, like leg days. I hated leg days because I was like, my knees are going to hurt. And then I was truly like, I think I'm probably bone on bone. I probably need a knee surgery, bilateral, both sides. And I was like, well, Leslie swears by this biocell, whatever, let's give it a try. And like some of the stuff is pricey. I totally can agree with that. And I'll be the first to say it. But every time I've tried a product, I'm like just amazed with how well it works. And like when I tell you my knees have never felt lighter, like I truly mean that. And like Shackley has a 30-day guarantee. So if you don't feel a difference, like you can get your money back if it's empty. So that was part of why I was also like, you know what? Let me just try the supplements because I'm either going to get thinner and lose cellulite appearance, or my knees are going to feel better, or I'll get my money back. Like it's a win-win. And when I felt the springiness like come back into my knees, it was just like even now, walking around the house, I'm just still so amazed. There's still some knee pain, it's not complete magic, but the amount of difference. And then that allows us to like train harder because for like sled push, lunges, wall balls, like you name it, like your knees, and even just running sometimes. Those two are absolutely amazing. The Good Guy and Go, the Energize, those baby, they will get you moving. Like if you haven't pooped in like a day or two, slam those together, you'll be set. You have the most beautiful movement in your life. And then I really love the energy because it's clean. It's 100 milligrams, so it's like a very controlled amount. I know some of the other like pre-workouts I've had in the past, they're way higher. So then it's like I'm shooting pre for my workout way early in the morning, and then I can't have caffeine for the rest of the day because I'm maxed out, especially breastfeeding and pregnancy. Like 200 milligrams is kind of like your cutoff, and the energize is just 100 milligrams, and so like that's totally controllable. It gives you, and Leslie is so much better at this, but it has, what does it have in it that helps the lactic acid buildup?
So the L-theanine helps with focus and endurance, and then it has the beta-alanine, so it will give you like the tingles a little bit. If you don't like the tingles at all, you can like probably mix it in like half of this. But the L-theanine helps so much, and it's the protein that has the leucine in it for like muscle recovery. And I love all of our protein options too.
Yeah. I feel like there was something though when I was
Let
reading
me
the
see.
box that it has something in it that like truly buffers um
Let me find it.
the lactic acid because like as you're working out, you have anaerobic metabolism. Your muscles are working so hard, they're not getting enough oxygen. That's normal, but that's what causes lactic acid. Lactic acid is what causes the soreness and muscle fatigue. And so if you can like buffer the lactic acid, you can have like a longer, stronger workout.
Yeah, I love all the science. Hold on, let me find it.
While she's finding it, my other favorite is the energizing tea. And so like I'll take the energize in the morning for my pre-workout. Or like say I'm gonna work out later in the day, but I'm like I need some energy. I'll mix up this peach tea with my good gut and go. And it also helps with like the bowel movements if that's a problem for you. Even not, it's just so healthy to be regular. And like there actually is research showing that probiotics, prebiotics can help with cancer. Like they're starting to think that taking and keeping a healthy gut lining by taking probiotics, you can reduce your chance of colon cancer. So it's not like totally, we don't know completely, but if the research is going that way, why not take a probiotic? Because it's a pretty affordable, easy thing to do. It's not going to harm you. And this is a powder that you mix up. Like I had always taken probiotic pills and they'd get stuck in my throat. It was the worst thing ever. The rest of the morning, I'm burping and feeling like a lump in my throat. And the Good Gut and Go tastes so light. It's so good. It's amazing. Did you find it?
So it's actually the beta alanine and helps you tolerate high intensity more and helps buffer the acidity, like the lactic acid buildup. So the
See,
beta
I
alanine
need,
does both. I feel like I've been like, especially with all of the fitness things and all the pre-workout that I've slammed before in the past, it's just like I used to look for the highest beta alanine because that's the only thing that would get me out of bed. It's wild. But beta alanine helps with that too.
yeah. Um, yeah, but I mean, I've been doing all these supplements for a year now. I think it is completely worth the investment. And my thought, because some of the products are a little pricier, but once you spend your $50, you get the membership and then you get the membership price for life. So that's was another thing that I was like, that's really nice. Because some companies, it's like you have to pay for your membership. So this, I thought, oh, well, that's a nice perk. But my thoughts on like paying a little bit more for these supplements that I feel have been really helping me is that like imagine how much my knee replacement that's so
Yeah.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Or
Yeah.
like if I was gonna get a gastric sleeve or whatever else. And these are more like supplements rather than like pharmaceutical grade medications. And so for me, like while I'm about to be a nurse practitioner prescribing those things, I always want to preach to my patients like be healthy and try to do things and take steps so that we don't have to go to medications. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Right.
me. But I mean, I just love these supplements so much and I'm so thankful that they're available.
So I'm gonna do some of my favorites. I feel like we have a lot of the same. I first started with the Energize and the Good Gut and Go. I had been using different products for probably 5 or 6 years, so I was like hesitant to try anything new. But I'm like, all right, money back guarantee. Let's try it. I need a pre-workout, especially my pre-workout, because I was just so hard, like fitness focused. I need to move more. I need to lift more. I need to do more, more, more that I didn't realize all of the caffeine that I was slamming on top of working 12-hour shifts in the ER, on top of the stress of everything else, was actually what was making me or adding to the reason that I was holding on to so much weight. My adrenal glands, cortisol levels out of this world. So when I switched, it took me a while to get off of those. I'm gonna just say it, those 300 milligram doses of caffeine every day. So it took me maybe like a week or so to adjust. And then now I'm like, this works for me. And I always say, especially with the Good Gut and Go, the Energize and Good Gut and Go, I call like our morning duo. Like I always say, if you feel like shit, if you can't take a shit, you probably feel like shit. So I'm like, all right, regular without like sprinting to the bathroom, like some of my previous pre-workouts have done. So those two mixed together taste like a raspberry lemonade. I love it. I work out super early in the morning, and now Stephanie does too. Yay. So I have my Good Gut and Go and Energize together. I added in the Trim and Smooth in June of last year, so one full year on the Trim and Smooth, and it was at a point in my journey where I was like, okay, I'm doing all the work, I'm doing the runs, I'm doing the lifts, but I'm just not seeing the results that I want to see from the work that I'm putting in. It is a liquid CLA collagen, and it has CLA in it. So it has that same matrix, the BioCell matrix that we'll talk about in a quick second. But the CLA helps support fat metabolism, fat reduction around your waist, hips, and thighs, which have always been where I hold on to weight, mostly my stomach, hips, and thighs. But that's kind of what I use every single morning. My post-workout lineup, which I slowly built to, was adding in the build for muscle recovery, all of our protein supplements, and I've used 1,000 different protein powders. All of our protein supplements include the amount of leucine that you need to trigger muscle protein synthesis. So you need 2.5 grams of leucine for your muscles to be like, okay, let me start using this. Let me actually start building muscle and repairing muscle. So the build is 2 scoops is 20 grams of protein. The Life Shake is 2 scoops is 20 grams. You can do 3 scoops of the build for 30 grams. I personally don't. I feel like now I've finally gotten into the routine of getting enough protein in, and my goal is like 150 grams a day. We'll probably have to up that with the training that we're doing. And then creatine, I was terrified of creatine for the longest time. I'm like, it's gonna make me bulky. I already like feel puffy all of the time, but creatine not only helps, it pulls water into your muscles, so it helps with recovery that way. Make sure you are drinking a lot of water, but it also helps with cognitive function. And then our creatine also has a polyphenol blend because we want to be strong baddies and young looking baddies. Before bed, I do a tablespoon of the liquid biocell. And like Stephanie was saying, I was 240 pounds I'm like 5'3", 5'4" on a good day, 240 pounds, played basketball, played volleyball, cheerleader, all of the things. And it was just so much weight on my knees when I gained 30 pounds in one semester when I was at the University of Missouri. My first semester of college, I went to the doctor and I'm like, I can't go up the stairs. I was 21. I can't go up the stairs without it hurting. I can't bend down. I can't bend over. I can't do all of these things. And he told me that I am bone on bone. And in order like to decrease the pain, I was about to go to nursing school. When I went back to him, in order to decrease the pain, my only option was still to like shave down the bone. And I'm like, so that's going to put me in a wheelchair because he's like, you have to do it at the same time. I'm like, so you're trying to put me in a wheelchair for the surgery? Like, that means I can't start nursing school because I can't start clinicals because I'll be out of uniform. So I'm like, no. But I just kind of, like Stephanie, just avoided leg days, which they were my favorite, but I knew I was going to hurt for 4 to 5 days afterwards. Sound 80 years older than I am, bending over, picking things up, audible cracking and popping all of the time. So I started using the liquid biosol, I'd say probably like a year now as well. We have the Life Plus now, which has the added bone density, and we'll nerd out about that in a second. I'm pretty sure it's like the next slide. But I do my BioCell, my Vivix, and my PM Muscle Recovery Complex. When it comes to the liquid BioCell, I feel like I've done collagen like ever since I've been in the fitness world, collagen powders. But there are 3 different types of collagen. Type 1 and 3 are perfect, like aesthetic types of collagen, hair, skin, and nails, all the things. Your type 2 collagen is a collagen that helps support joint mobility. This has the added bone density, the first and only collagen. It also will help with your hair, skin, and nails, but it has that added cartilage integrity and helps support connective tissue health. But we'll post all of these slides so you guys can like read through it. But the triplex technology in BioCell, it not only adds more collagen into your body, which all of our collagens do, it protects the collagen that we have already and it stimulates our body to produce more collagen. So it's like your triple threat. I'm going to click over to the Vivix really quick because I'm super nerdy. But Vivix, it's our patented polyphenol blend and it helps with inflammation. But my favorite part is it helps prevent telomere shortening. So for all of my science nerds, telomeres are like the end caps on your shoelaces that protect your shoelaces from unraveling. So that's the telomeres on our cells. When our cells start to unravel, that's when we see signs of aging. If it's wrinkles in your skin, decreased mobility, things like that. And that's where Vivix comes in. So it prevents telomere shortening. So your DNA and your cells don't just absolutely unravel. But also, they have the McDonald's study. So people ate a high inflammatory meal, took the Vivix, and it blunts that inflammatory response. It's their CRP levels, right? So their CRP levels decreased. I'm pretty sure that's inflammation.
Mhm.
CRP.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gotta ask the nurse doctor.
Or is it the
Um,
sedimentation rate, the ESR?
Yes. So I'll actually post that too because I get super nerdy about it. And then for muscle recovery, the PM muscle recovery complex, I think I told Stephanie to add all of these. I'm like, when we were in New York, we were in New York and we were walking probably 30,000 steps for sure. Or 20. We were
Yeah.
probably walking 20 to 30 steps um, in New York City, and it was absolutely wild. And we were like, oh no, what do we do? Like, what have we done? So I was like, all right, you're going to take two of the PM Muscle Recovery Complex. You know how some people take tart cherry juice to help with muscle recovery and soreness. I'm gonna like take two of these. The Advanced Joint Health Complex, I have my parents on this as well. But I added those in, especially with my previous history of knee problems, but it could be like if you have tennis elbow or anything like that. And then I also do the Sculpt BCAAs. But like we were saying in the beginning, like if your body is not supported well, you can't be asking it to do anything extra. Because if I just remember, if I was feeling like I was feeling, not moving, if I'm asking and increasing the demand of my body, I need to support it well. So the bare minimum basics, you need to be taking a multivitamin. You need to be taking a multivitamin that works, a multivitamin that isn't just like expensive pee is what everyone calls it. But all of the things on the left, that's how much you would have to eat slash drink in order to get everything in one of the Vitalizer strips. We also have like the multivitamin gummies, but it's like, all right, are you going to eat seven medium oranges, five chicken breasts, maybe, 19, 19 cups of plain yogurt, 50 to 100 grams of sardines for your omega 3s,
No.
15 glasses of grape juice for your chromium. Like, absolutely not. So I know if I'm asking my body to level up, to push harder, to do all of the things, I need to make sure it's supported well. So this is a great option. We also have like the little gummy format. And then what I use has some of the vitalizer in it, but they have the meology. So you can enter your blood work if you have it. I entered, hey, I don't get enough sleep. I work 12-hour shifts. This is kind of what my life looks like. And they make a personalized pack for you, and they have some for kids too. But that is just like bare minimum basics. And I just added a slide of our race progression. I don't know. I get emotional when I talk about it. I'm like, this is absolutely wild. November 2025 was our first Hyrox race, and November 2026
Wait,
we'll be
and
going
like
back.
just take a moment and look
Yeah.
at the like
I'm
look at
like, how
our
do I zoom
body
in?
in the November picture. And that was our very first time doing High Rocks. I
Yeah.
was like hardly a year postpartum.
Oh, little
We were
stem.
both probably still close to 200 pounds. Like I
Yeah.
was probably like 180 something there.
Hmm.
Like that's what like going back to what I said about and like 129, they say like if you can get 90 and faster, like that's above average.
Yeah.
And like, do I look like an above average
No.
athlete there? They probably looked at me and was like, oh, this
Yeah.
girl about to be crusted, dusted on the
On the
side
floor,
walking.
carried out by a stretcher.
We didn't walk one time, but I was so sick when I got home. Leslie gave me IV Zofran because I was
I
actually
did.
dying. And then in New York, I gave her a ODT Zofran and Imodium because I was like,
Yeah.
look, and she didn't even want to take it. I was like, no, Leslie, you're taking this. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I was
feel
like,
so
I
much
don't know. I
better.
didn't know if it was like race day nerves or what it was, but I just like I just had this feeling that I like could not shake. I'm like, I'm either gonna throw up or it's gonna come out the other way. It was just insane. And I think that social media a lot of the times just like puts this idea and this image in your head of, okay, well, only people who look like XYZ can do this. Only people who can run a marathon or people who've been doing CrossFit or whatever it is can do this. And I fell into that hole too. I'm like, okay, these girls are shredded with six-pack abs and like oh my gosh, I want to be shredded too. But I used that, I instead of using it for inspiration, I used it as like excuses to talk myself out of trying harder and showing up. And I still use it as an excuse to like, what are we gonna wear? Like we're still human. Um, but I think even when we showed up at Dallas and we had told Austin and Tavon like what our plans were and what we wanted to do, Austin told me after when we got home, he's like, we walked in that building and we were like, huh?
They kind of laughed at us. We
They
were like, "Where
did.
is the flag?" Because we saw people who were getting like I think 120,
Yeah.
115. And we were like, "Well, look at them. They look like us. We could do it."
Yeah.
And so I feel like part of like stepping out and doing something scary is like think of the lives that you're impacting who see you trying and doing hard things and how you can motivate and inspire them to do hard things. But we told our husbands, we're like, "Do you guys think we could like place?" And they're like, "What do you mean place?" We're like, "In the top 3." And her husband was like,
Busted
immediately,
out laughing.
"No."
He didn't even let us finish our sentence.
He was like, "No." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, that's rude."
But it was just
Well,
like I don't know. And like we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for someone else inspiring us to like, okay, just try it. Just try it. Ignore all of the times, ignore like what you think you have to be, what you think you have to look like, what you think you have to wear, what you think you have to do. Like ignore everything that social media is flooding you with and just like show up. So we did, I think, didn't we? Oh, we went out of order on a station at Dallas.
yeah, we did.
Remember? We went out of order. In Phoenix, no penalties. We didn't do any penalties in Phoenix. Houston, we ran one extra lap twice. Okay.
That's because we were going so
We
fast
were,
because
it was like our first date. So, okay, let's say, I don't think we've been using, I need to go back and look at my first BioCell order. But I don't know. We from Phoenix, I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see which one I'm pointing to. But from Phoenix, what do you think changed the most between February and March?
I think, well, so in February, we were like, we need to run. So November, we were like, we just need to get faster at everything. So
Yeah.
then we showed up in February just hoping to be faster. After we got faster on the stations, but not much faster on the run, we were like, okay, this is enough playing around. Like, we know we want to get a flag. We know we take this very serious. And so from February to March, we started training at like a 6 miles per hour and faster on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And that just shows you because when we started training in May of 2025, I was running at a 4 mile per hour, like a 4.1, and I
I was
was
like
gassed.
five on the treadmill.
Yeah. Like our running was not very strong at all. And I had just had a baby. Like I was not in shape by any means. And so, and then it's scary in Hyrox because you like don't want to go out too fast because it's a very long race and it's hard with all the weights and everything. But then if you don't push the runs, if you don't push, then you'll get to the end and be like, hurry up. And you hurry up too late and you've wasted all,
Yeah.
it's just such a strategy thing. So I think from February to March, that's when we told each other we're just going to gas the runs. Like we're going to
Yeah.
go fast AF.
You're right.
And so I think we did the 2 extra laps because we were running so fast.
First day with new legs, and we were like gunning it. I was like, what?
Even like
And
on
it's
one of the pictures, we looked like we were
blur.
flying. And I
Yeah.
was like,
And it's also just, it's a lot of gauging. I think if I would say one thing, it would be like start training for longer periods of time on days that you can, so you know where your energy levels like last and where they fall off. And then from Houston to New York City, I could probably cry again. like an outdoor race. Wild, but we were like, well, we didn't travel all this way. We didn't drag our family here to not absolutely crush it. And like Stephanie's dad was there. He was like, you
Oh my
asked for
God.
this. You wanted to do this like at every run. And I'm like, he's right. And he's like, nothing left in the tank. Go. So I also think like if you have anyone who lives, like if you're doing a local race, if you have anyone who lives close, just be like, come cheer me on. Like you may inspire them to try it or you may inspire them to like never do it again. But either way, like hearing people like cheer you on because there's only so much in the race where I'm like, I can't hype myself up anymore. Like I can't even think to do the stations in the right order. So I can't hype myself up anymore. And I think that New York City was just like absolutely wild. And then Stephanie was like, I was talking in my stories today. I was like, I have to get used to saying 105 out loud because it literally makes me like choke up. Like, I have to say it out loud so it gets like it can roll off the tongue because right now I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But I'm like, we're doing it. Stephanie said we're doing it. We're doing it. I showed up to the gym in the gym parking lot. I'm like listening to Wiz Khalifa and I've created a little monster. Stephanie is blasting David Goggins and I'm like over here jamming, trying to get hype off my morning dew. And she's like,
I
it's
wasn't even
time.
smiling.
She's like, lock in. I'm like, oh shit. I
The whole
really don't
drive to the
know.
gym, I, like, was just a straight face, and I was just listening to him because it's really such a big mindset, and I think there's different levels in, like, every person based on your goals. Like, if your goals are just to go out there and have fun and participate and meet people, those are your goals, and that's so lovely and so wonderful, and you're still being healthy, creating a community, like, I think that's amazing.
And trying something new, trying something that I would have never dreamed of trying. And I think that alone just builds confidence all around. It's like
Yeah.
I went to this absolutely amazing, insane, amazing, and insane thing, and we're doing it. Like I did it.
And, like, when we first did Dallas, I had no intention of doing a second, like, truly. When we had
Huh?
signed up and everything, I was like, "Well, it'll just be one and done."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then we did the race, and we were both like,
We signed up for Phoenix before we even did Dallas.
"Did we?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we did.
That's cra" No,
Yeah.
we didn't. Did
Yes,
we
we
really?
did. We signed up for our second race before we did the first one, but I think we just like started loving because that was the summer. I don't know. It was before you started NP school. So we were like doing more track workouts and working out together, or I don't know what it was.
Wait, I
But I
think
just
I
fell in
was.
love with the workouts. I'm like, let's do it together.
I've
And
been
I
on
didn't have all
travel
the
since
equipment, and you had lots of stuff.
2024 in January.
Huh. I
I
don't
think.
know.
Well, maybe what happened was we started training at the track, and we were like, "Okay, this is kind of a vibe."
Yeah, I think so.
And we knew that November was gonna be like a just kind of oiling the engine. Like we had no expectations but to finish. And then we finished with like a decent time and we were like, huh, we
Let's keep
might be
going.
kind of we might be kind of good at this. I
Yeah.
don't
And
know.
then it just gets addicting. Like it gets absolutely addicting and I don't know. I just love it.
I think
Absolutely love it.
especially like being a mom and all the moms who are watching and can relate, like you get so overstimulated and like honestly, like, upset and frustrated throughout the day for, like, tantrums or biting, hitting, kicking, all the things. I have a two-year-old and an well, almost two-year-old, almost five-year-old, and all day long, I've been so overstimulated. But, like, going to the gym this morning, like, while we woke up at 3 AM, going to the gym, like, and getting that anger out, we were running on the treadmill, and I was like, "Fuck," and
Yeah.
Leslie goes, "Stephanie!" I was like, "Oh, sorry, we normally work out, like, at the track or, like, in our garage."
Yeah. And
But
like
yeah,
she's about to
like
get us kicked out right now.
it's just like it's a way to like release like
Mhm.
those frustrations, whether it's your job, marriage, your mom, your sister, your dogs that just chewed your new shoes, or like there's
Or
so
through
much
my
in life.
door. Yeah.
Yeah, chewed your bag and chewed up all your supplements. Um,
Yeah.
and so, like I feel like Hyrox because it's such an intense type of training you really have to like dig deep and like it builds mental tenacity. And I feel like that's what it takes to like go back to school, to be a mom, to be an entrepreneur, to, all the things that we face in life. Like you need the mental tenacity and strength. And I feel like Hyrox, and not just Hyrox, like I'm sure there's other like triathlons or other things
Or
can
just
do
like
that.
literally anything. I remember, and I feel like it's been a steady build from like, okay, let me see if I can run a 5K. And I remember when I first started running, I called it hot girl trotting because Austin would literally run so far ahead of me, it would piss me off, and then turn around and come get me and do it again until I was done. And to me, like at first, I'm like, okay, this is super disheartening. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna beat him one day. I'm gonna beat him one day. And if I catch him on the wrong day, I think I can do it now. But it's just building like over time and always having that next goal to push for. So like with running, it was like, okay, 5K, 10K, half marathon. Your girl's still terrified of a marathon. I don't know if it's on my heart to like actually do one. I want to do one just to say that I did it, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice the Hyrox training to do that. But I just feel like with hybrid training and this type of training and lifting, it works so well with just like my ADHD brain of like, okay, I can't get bored. If I get bored of routine, I'm done. Like, I can't get bored. It keeps you like working towards another goal, and the amount of work that you have to put in order to get better or to be absolutely mediocre at this sport is wild. But it just keeps me going. It keeps me going. It keeps me getting up in the morning, and I'm not a morning person at baseline, but I've learned to absolutely love my mornings. It's before my phone starts blowing up. It's before all of your emails even come in. Like all of your promotional emails aren't even hitting your phone at 3 a.m. Like no calls, no text messages. It's just like you and the quiet world, unless you have a newborn, I don't know. But it's just you and it's your time to do what you need to do before. And I always tell myself this is my time for me before I clock in for 12 hours and completely forget about my needs, no lunch break, no proper bathroom break, like nothing. So I'm like, this is my protected, like sacred time. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. To be Austin, you should give him like magnesium before his run.
Oh
So
my
his
God, I can't
muscles will be.
sabotage him. I gotta win fair and square. I literally put on when we did like our 12-week year thing, I put on a sticky note, beat Austin in a half marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
I do too. Like, I really think I got him.
You do.
Yeah.
You're like one of the strongest mental, your
It's
brain
just
is
like
like,
it's up in here. So I'm like,
yeah.
it's wild what like your body will quit before your mind will quit before your body does.
Hmm.
Your mind will quit before your body does 100%.
Yeah. I feel like I've really learned a lot like from listening to David Goggins. Like for a long time, like my husband has always talked about him. I think I read one of his books, or maybe I read like Kobe Bryant's book.
Hmm.
But like I'd heard of him, whatever, saw some things, videos, audios. But when you really like start listening to what he has to say while he's like extremely crazy and cusses a lot,
He's not for everyone. Yeah,
but
yeah.
he like what the message that he's pushing is like, because when one of them, he's like, I was doing the things that I knew I didn't like, and I was still doing them anyway. Like me with my eating disorder, I would like overeat, 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 and then I would fast for 2 days and work out to try and like buffer all the
Hmm.
calories I ate. And I'd be like, gosh, that was so miserable. I'm never gonna do that again. Then I did, and it's like, why do we do that? I don't know. You have to like mentally be strong to be like, I don't want that for me anymore. And when you like look at his story and like what he's come from, it's just truly so amazing and so inspiring. And like while I may never ever be as hard as David Goggins, like he has definitely like strengthened my mental, and like I feel like I'm able to do more. And like waking up at 3 a.m. today, insane.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. It is. It's absolutely wild. And I get comments on it every single day. And sometimes I've gotten a little bit better. I'll take like the energizing tea, which Stephanie's getting me hooked on it. But I'll take that or I'll put like an energize in a big like tumbler at 3 o'clock so I don't hit that 4 p.m. wall, but I'd rather hit a 4 p.m. wall, have a badass workout in the morning, be on my protein goals, be hydrated before I even like get to work at 7 a.m. and I'd rather have that 4 p.m. like I gotta push through till 7 than spend my entire 12-hour shift just in a daze. And then now for me, it's like we work in the ER. You can't walk in at 7 a.m. still rubbing the crusties out of your eyes. You got a CPR in the room. So I'm like, what are you? I did that for years, probably like 3 years,
Yeah.
just like barely getting there. But I was like, I don't want that anymore. But that's kind of, yeah, it'll change it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a whole like mindset chit chat and share all of our favorites from Goggins.
Yeah. And like last thing to add on to that, I feel like the sometimes your work environment can be so toxic and like counterproductive to your goals. Like in the ER, everyone eats like crap and lives on energy drinks and no
Yeah.
one works out, no one gets good sleep. That's the cool
It's
thing
like
that
a badge of honor.
yeah. It's like, "Oh,
We're
I got 1
hard, we drink
hour."
energy drinks every 4 hours, we
Yeah.
don't sleep, we don't get lunch breaks, we don't go pee.
Yeah.
Like that's an ER nurse.
But then, like, thinking too, like, if you work in like a cubicle or a Monday through Friday, like a lot of people as well, you order out every single day. They're always like ordering in crumble or, it's another luncheon with the bosses. And it's so hard and it's not really common to like eat well, move your body, and like take care of yourself. And so if you are like doing that, that is just such a huge thing. And like, commend you for that. And like sometimes you have to just stick out and be the one because people like, oh wow, you meal prepped, or oh wow, you did this. It's like, yeah, because I want to change my life and it matters to me.
Hmm. Like I'm tired. I was just like so tired of feeling like sick and tired all the time. I still have my tired days, but
Yeah.
like nothing like it was. I would literally not get out of bed if I wasn't working. I'm like, I can't live like that anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all we have for you guys. Getting close to my bedtime, babe.
I know. I
It's
need to go run.
8:17, so
I need to run still and it's
oh
getting late.
no.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it though because I said I was. And so even if
Yeah.
it's just 1 mile, I'm gonna
Yeah,
run.
you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do
All
it.
right, ladies. Let me see.